I would like to begin with Mahesh Bhatt Sahab. You're reuniting with him on this movie, on this new movie. Tell me, what was your very first meeting like with him, and when was that?
So that was a long, long way back. That was a time when I had already, I'm talking the 80s.
Right.
I was about 22, 21, 22. I'd done a lot of good films at the time. And then came this fall. I mean, I'm used to it now because I've gone through so much highs and lows in my life. But that was a time when I needed work badly, and there was this new wave of romantic films coming up, and I had that music in me. But there were no takers for me because the new ones had moved in at that time also. So I met, I inquired where Mr. Bhatt Sahab is because he was till today he's the go-to man. If you really need work, you really want an advice. So I remember he was at a bungalow, which is in Khar, on the ground floor, and I saw him through the glass. And I was knocking at the window pane. I was desperate. No one was allowing me to come in. I had my harmonium with me. And he looked at me and wondered what it is, what's going on. And there was a lot of big films being planned, but they were being planned for other composers. So I met him and I said, sir, I need work. I'm just newly married. And this was much before Bazigar. I have no work. I've just got a wife at home and I have no films. So he said, what do you have to offer? And I said, sir, my music. But I don't have a film for you because my brother's already taken some composers, this and that. But I think there's one small, he said, use the word, a TV film. I'll get you into a TV film. Now, TV was not a strong word like today. TV, because you're used to cinema. So he said, yeah, TV film kar raha hai. I said, मरता क्या करता, मुझे आप जो दोगे मैं लूँगा, मुझे काम चाहिए. He gave me this फिर तेरी कहानी याद आई. I had no writer. There was no writer supporting me at that time. There were no singers. Strangely, the same time came now. It's very strange. Deja vu is the right word, Komal. जो उस वक्त हुआ था, it came back to haunt me again this time. And again, it was Mahesh Bhatt. So I said, where do I get singers? He said, that's your problem. Where do I get a writer? He said, there is a writer called Katil Shifa. He's from the neighboring country, but you must meet him and see if you like him. I met him and I started with the song Tere Dar Pe Sanam Chale Aaye Tu Na Aaye Hum Chale, which is the iconic number even today. Hummed at all shows everywhere. And the song took off. My film's music became a huge hit. This TV channel was launched with this music. It was great. And then I really took off when Bazigar came. But to cut the whole story short, is bar I had this film called Dam Laga Ke Haisha, and I would thank Aditya Chopra for giving me that film. That was in 2015. And then came Sui Dhaga, which was around 17 or 18. And after that, I've had no work. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The work was, I was doing independent music, not big films, new composers. And believe you me, I don't have this kind of angst against anybody. I said, theek hai, ab jo samay chal raha hai. But obviously, when there are bouquets all around you, suddenly the bouquets have gone. There are no bouquets anymore. There are only brickbats. And they've forgotten that I'm a composer of 300 odd films. I've given so much happiness to people. My wife, Anu Malik, supported me and my two daughters, Anu Malik. They said, Dad, you have it in you. The thing is that you don't have work. So what I did was, I did not allow resentment to creep into me, which is very important for every human being. It's easier said than done, I'll tell you. These are candy ki baatein hain, but you have to fight. Angst, hate, resentment, and you know that poison that churns in you should not be allowed to develop, because what happens is once you do that, there is a possibility that you can, my father used to tell me, a true composer who will never allow poison to rule him. Because if you have poison in you, if somebody is slapping you, hurting you, and if you retaliate, that means the poison is won. So to take that out, you must rely on your talent. And I relied on my kala. I just stressed that let the world speak what they're saying. Let them do whatever they want to do. Good, bad and ugly. At the end of the day, it's my work that's going to speak for it.
I have to ask you, I mean, it's been close to 5 decades now for you in the industry. I think you started your career with Anu Malik.
Yes, 77. That was 1975 actually, but it released in 77. So I was about 14 at that time.
Yes, yes. And that was a movie where your father was also involved in music, and it was Asha ji who sang the song for you. Tell me, starting from there, from now, there are many ups and downs as you mentioned in your career, but if you have to pick up few high points, which would that be? And how would you sum up your own journey so far in the 5 decades?
There are a lot of high points, but the fact that Manmohan Desai chose me for Mard with the legend of legend Amitabh Bachchan was huge. I'm just 21 or 22, or just 23, I think so. Suddenly I get this film Mard with Amitabh Bachchan. That was huge. And then being dropped, that was again a very high point because I was dropped and I thought I'd arrived. Finally, I realized that it's not going to work the way you're thinking, that you are going to get films always, you'll be a star. There are a lot of other great composers coming in, a lot of talent coming in. And I learned to struggle because you know what is very good, Komal, at that time? I was fighting the great composers like Lakshmikant Pyarelal. You see, no one is bigger than Lakshmikant Pyarelal, R.D. Burman, whom I adore, Kalyanji Anandji. They're all with Raju, Bappi, they're all great work. And to get one song, one film was huge. And there were only 3 studios, Famous Tardio, Film Center and Mehboob Studio. To get your song recorded was a difficult task. But I will never ever forget the love I got from Asha Bhosle at that time. Lata Mangeshkar, Mohammed Rafi Saab, Kishore Kumar. Rafi Saab has sung 3 songs for me. Kishore Das sang more than 25 songs for me. Lata ji has sung a lot of songs, but Asha ji sang the maximum number. But then I brought in with my new talent of the 90s. We really rocked with a new team. And today, again, Samay Badla hai. As Mahesh Bhatt said, that एक season मिलता है when you are struggling and you get work. एक time होता है when the industry say you arrived. एक third season होता है when they say he is over now. You are a rare person, he said, Mahesh Bhatt, that you got the 4th season where you've hit back. So I consider Tu Meri Puri Kahani as my first film for a lot of reasons. Now you'll ask me why. I've done more than 300 films. To be backed by no one except Mahesh Bhatt. To have no big writers, to have no big singers, or people who you felt will be with you are not there. At that time, this becomes my first film that you're pushing yourself to the point of madness. Ke Gana kaise chalaun? You know why? Because there's so many independent composers today. I'm sure you know about that they have their own YouTube channels. They make music, they release the music. There are so much terrific composers, young and already the ones who are established. There are so many big production houses. उस बीच में Vikram Bhatt, Mahesh Bhatt, Shurita Das, Shweta Bhotra, Anu Malik, and not the so-called big singers around. It was a tough battle, to be very honest. And then when the song, the data says being accepted, तुम्हारे गाने को 3 million views मिल गए, 4 million views मिल गए, 5 million views मिल गए, और चलते जा रहे हैं. And I'm getting calls from music company. I got a call from a music company guy who said, he said a huge thing. He said, I never thought कोई गाना आएगा जो इतनी बड़ी हिट आई उसका गाने के बाद. तो मैंने बोला क्यों? बोला ये तेरा गाना तू है वो जो रात in the Vishal's voice, ये कुछ और ही गाना है यार. I've been playing it back to back. So I think these compliments matter to me a lot. In terms of so much talent around you, अगर आपका गाना सुन रहे हैं लोग और पसंद कर रहे हैं, that's great.
Initially, sir, you spoke about how the downfall that you were going through in your career. There have been several, as you said. Do you think somewhere, because of whatever was written about you in a way, the allegations and including the sexual harassment allegations, do you think that?
I would request you not to go into that because I have, by the grace of God, gone away from everything. And what is important to the right now, Komal, is that in spite of everything, to be cleared by every agency in this country and to come back and make a music like Tu Meri Kahani requires a lot of dedication. And I'm grateful to God that they gave me strength to do this.
I was trying to ask is the industry jumping to conclusions, or I don't know what was it?
I don't know. I don't think so. See, what happens is when
try to reach out to people.
No, I'll tell you what happens. When new people come in, when new talent comes in, you can't wish new talent away. Okay, now I was new once upon a time, right? There was R.D. Burman ruling, but I got a Bazigar. So I'm not here to blame a new composer and say, यार इसको काम क्यों मिल रहा है, मैं अपना काम जानता हूँ. That's very unfair. So, I don't know whether you believe what I'm saying, that when my work went over to so many talented composers, I never was disillusioned. I was hurt. कि यार मुझे काम आता है, मुझे काम क्यों नहीं दे रहे? But I would not take it. There were a lot of people doing good work. And I said, let me make some good work that they applaud me. Because मैं भी एक ज़माने में नया था, जब मैं आया तो उस आदमी बोला यार मेरा काम था यार, ये अन्नू मलिक लिख गया है, कौन ये? दो अभी भी आया है. So I have never hated any composer for taking my work. I've never hated my singers. For example, the ones who supported me, I love them. For example, I wouldn't say that I made the lives of these singers. I would not say कि सोनू निगम की life मैंने बनाई. I'm sorry, I was lucky to have him in my life as a singer. I discovered him in a way that I saw him on a stage show. He without me has been successful. I was lucky to get him in my life. I was lucky to get the other female singers in my life. They were all fabulous. They came up because of their talent. So, यहाँ मैं क्रेडिट लेने वाला नहीं हूँ कि मैंने तेरी लाइफ बनाई, या मैं बोलूँगा मैंने 3 फिल्म फेयर अवार्ड जीते थे, मैंने इतना अच्छा काम किया है, मैंने बॉर्डर की ना. बॉर्डर they have taken some other composers, so be it. I would have loved to be a part of it, but they're taking my song, so I'm still a part of it in spite of not being there. But I'm not hating what they're doing. I moved on. You can't put your mind. You'll say Anu ji, मैं मान ही नहीं सकती. As a journalist, you might say कि आपको गुस्सा नहीं आता. आपके लोगों ने आपको थप्पड़ मारे हैं, आप पर दुनिया भर का सामान फेंका है, और आप बड़े ऐसे बोल रहे आपको कुछ नहीं होता है. दर्द होता है, बट दर्द के अंदर आप, इफ़ यू आर गुड, इफ़ यू आर क्लीन, इफ़ यू आर ऑनेस्ट, इफ़ यू आर रियली ट्रू, यू डोंट हैव टू गेट स्कैर्ड ऑफ एनीबॉडी इन द वर्ल्ड. आदमी को खुद अपने आप से डरना चाहिए. आई नो द ट्रूथ, आई एम गुड, आई नो इट, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ इट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दिस तू मेरी पूरी कहानी म्यूजिक इज बॉर्न. तू मेरी पूरी कहानी का म्यूजिक बन ही नहीं सकता था अगर मैं ये सोचता रहता कि उसने ऐसा कहा, उसने ऐसा कहा. अभी भी कहते हैं, बोलते रहते हैं, मैं आगे बढ़ता रहता हूँ. आप आगे बढ़ो. अरे वो ये है, अरे वो ये. प्लीज, ऐसे तो यू नो you can't create. My father used to always tell me, you will not be able to create if you have poison in you. गुस्सा आएगा, लेकिन गुस्सा को दबाना पड़ता है. ज्यादा हो जाए तो just calm down.
What keeps you going?
What keeps me going is, Komal, I love music. I love creating. I love. What keeps me going now is my wife, actually. She's my Saraswat Brahmin girl, Brahmin ladki hai, from the 5 mutts of Mysore. She and my 2 daughters, they keep me going. The only people I crazily love and who I can't stop loving ever is my wife, Anju. And that is not saying for effect on the interview. A person who stood by me through thick and thin, who knows me more than... See, don't forget I've got 3 ladies at home, and they know me more than anything. When my daughter said, we are with you, we love you, Dad. And my wife said, I know you. That's enough for me. That keeps me going. And my music.
Music, of course, yeah.
Music I love. I just 24/7, while I'm talking to you also now, I can't change. You can laugh at me, you can go back to your drawing board and say, किस आदमी का interview लेके आई हूँ. But the thing is, but for me, it's life, it's my heaven, it's my food, it's everything. I can just keep, I'm talking to you, I'm making a song. Everything is going on in my head.
So music is your constant.
Yeah. I can't function without it.